Brittany, hey, it's Jayla. It's been forever.
Jayla?
Did I surprise you? My number's different now, so I bet you didn't recognize it. I got a new phone recently, which means new number, but it's still me. I knew you wouldn't ignore me on purpose.
Oh, I see.
You know, now that I think about it, you stopped replying as much ever since you moved away for college. At first I thought, oh, she must be busy with classes and making new friends. But then it just kept happening. I'd text, but you'd take longer to reply, and sometimes you didn't even reply at all. It was so sad, Brittany.
I mean, yeah, I had a lot going on.
I get that, I do, but, I really wanted to go to the same university as you. I even applied, but my grades weren't high enough, so I couldn't get in. Ugh, I was so crushed. Can you imagine how hard that was? Watching my best friend move away, knowing I'd be stuck here without you, it was awful.
I didn't know you applied there.
Of course I did. I wanted us to stay together. But whatever. At least we're talking now, right? That's what matters.
Is there something you needed?
Whoa, that was cold.
It's just been a while. I wasn't sure how to react. By the way, your profile picture.
Oh, you finally noticed? Took you long enough.
I wasn't sure at first, but the background, it's the same as mine.
Yep, I worked hard to find the exact location where you took yours. Took me forever, but I finally tracked it down, and I made sure to get the same angle and everything. Now our icons match. Cute, right? Oh, and guess what? I got the same phone as you.
Wait, how do you even know what phone I have?
Oh, that? Easy. I actually saw you last Sunday.
You saw me?
Mm-hmm. You were at the train station, right? I was nearby and happened to notice you standing there, scrolling through your phone while you waited for someone. I couldn't believe my luck. It had been so long since I'd seen you in person.
And you didn't say anything?
I wanted to, really I did. But then some guy showed up and you two walked off together. I figured you were on a date and I didn't want to interrupt.
So you just watched?
Don't make it sound so weird. I was just curious. I mean, it had been forever since I saw you. It was like seeing an old friend from a distance,
That's still...
Anyway, while I was watching, I noticed your phone case. I memorized what it looked like, then I searched for it online. From there, I figured out your phone model, so I bought the same one. Oh, and I even got the same case, so we match. Isn't that awesome?
Jayla.
What?
That's a lot.
Aw, don't be like that. It just means we're in sync. Besides, now that I live nearby, we can finally catch up. Let's get coffee or something soon. It'll be just like old times.
Wait, you live nearby?
Yep, I moved here recently. Isn't that crazy? It's like fate or something. I just knew we were meant to find our way back to each other.
Jayla, I don't actually live in that area.
Wait, what?
I was just visiting.
No way. Oh, that's so unfair. If I had known that, I totally would have come up and said hi. I can't believe I missed my chance. Oh, I feel so dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, that guy you were with, he's your husband, right?
Yeah.
I knew it. Oh my God, Brittany, you got married and didn't even tell me? What the hell? I had to find out by piecing things together like some kind of detective. That is so mean.
It wasn't intentional. I just didn't think to tell you.
Not intentional? Brittany, we're best friends. I should have been at your wedding. I should have been your maid of honor. I would have planned the most amazing bachelorette party for you. But no, you just went and got married without me.
I didn't think you'd care this much.
Of course I care. If I had known, I would have started looking for a husband too.
What?
Well, duh. If my best friend gets married, I have to get married too. I wanted us to have a joint wedding. Imagine it, both of us in matching wedding dresses walking down the aisle at the same time. It would have been perfect, but no, you had to go and do it alone.
Jayla, that's not how marriage works.
It could have been. You just didn't give me a chance.
Marriage isn't something you rush into just because someone else is doing it.
That's what you think, but for best friends, everything should match. That's the rule. It's like a pact. We do everything together, so if you're married, I need to get married too.
Jayla.
What?
Why do you always try to match everything I do?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? You're popular. You always have been. You have tons of friends, and people just like you. If I match you, then maybe I'll be a part of that too.
That's not how friendships work.
It is for me. And besides, we always have done this. Ever since we were little, I made sure we matched. Our clothes, our hairstyles, our school supplies, everything. That's just how it's always been.
That was when we were kids. You don't need to do that anymore.
Why not? It worked back then. Why fix something that isn't broken?
Because you should be making choices for yourself. I want you to have your own preferences, your own opinions, your own life.
But what you like is what I like, so it's totally fine. No need to worry about me, Brittany.
That's not the point.
Ugh, you're so stubborn. Anyway, about your husband, he's a banker, right?
Where did you hear that? I don't remember telling you.
Oh, I called Rachel. She told me, which means I need to find a banker to marry too.
Jayla, that's not...
Nope, don't try to stop me. If you have a banker husband, then I need a banker husband. That way we can match like real best friends.
Jayla, your future isn't something you should base on mine. You need to think about what you actually want.
Uh-huh. And I've decided that I want my life to be just like yours. So I'm gonna find a banker, get married ASAP, and we can have double dates all the time. Just you wait, Brittany. I'll catch up to you in no time. Brittany, sorry to keep you waiting. I finally found him, my banker husband.
Wait, you actually found someone?
Yep, I signed up for a matchmaking service and made sure to put in all the right filters. Same age as your husband, same profession, same everything. And guess what? I found the perfect match. Isn't that amazing?
Jayla, are you serious? You're picking a life partner like you're matching outfits?
Oh, come on. Don't be so dramatic. Think about it. Our husbands will be practically the same. It's perfect. Just imagine how fun it'll be. Both of us being married to bankers, living these super similar lives. It's like a dream come true.
This is your marriage we're talking about. You're not just buying the same phone as me or copying my hairstyle. This is an actual human being. You can't just pick someone based on their job title.
Brittany, you're so silly. You always overthink things. This is exactly why we're best friends. We get to experience everything together. And really, what could be better than having matching husbands? If only your husband had a twin, then it would have been absolutely perfect. But, well, I didn't want to go that far. I mean, I don't want you to think I'm trying to steal your man or anything. That would totally ruin our friendship, right?
Jayla.
Oh, and speaking of keeping things the same, I heard you're pregnant.
How do you even know that?
Rachel told me, obviously, but you know what this means, right? I have to hurry up.
Wait, hurry up with what?
Having a baby, duh. If I don't get pregnant soon, then our kids won't be in the same grade. We need to be mom friends together. Oh, no, wait, not just mom friends. Mom best friends. That's way better, don't you think?
Jayla, this is insane. Do you even love this guy? Have you ever thought about whether you're ready for a baby?
Oh, Brittany, always so serious. Love comes later. First we match, then we build the perfect life together. It's like a puzzle, and I'm making sure every piece fits just like yours. Anyway, my fiancé's calling me. Gotta go. We'll talk later, okay? Bye. Jayla, answer me. What? Is it true? Your husband isn't a banker?
Yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore? What do you mean, not anymore?
He quit 6 months ago. He's working for his older brother now. He started a company, and my husband handles the accounting.
6 months ago? Ugh, you're joking, right? You have to be joking.
I am not.
Then why didn't you say anything?
Jayla, why would I? It's not like his job affects you.
Not like it affects me. Are you serious right now? I got married 6 months ago thinking I was finally matching you. Finally making sure our lives were in sync. I specifically chose a banker. I told the matchmaker I need a banker husband because that's what Brittany's husband does.
You chose your husband based on what my husband did for a living?
Obviously. What do you think I've been doing all these years? Do you even listen to me?
Jayla, that's not normal.
Oh, don't start. You always say that. You don't get it. You never get it.
What's there to get? You made a life-altering decision based on me. Not your feelings, not compatibility, not love, just me.
Well, yeah, that's what best friends do, Brittany. They match. You and I have always been like this. Same clothes, same phone, same everything. Why should our marriages be any different?
Because a marriage isn't a handbag, Jayla. You don't just coordinate husbands like they're accessories.
Ugh, you're being so overdramatic. It's not like I don't love my husband or anything, but what's the harm in making sure our lives stay aligned?
You really don't see the problem with this?
No, but you know what is a problem? The fact that you lied to me.
I didn't lie.
Oh, really? So if I had never called, when exactly were you planning to tell me your husband wasn't a banker anymore?
I wasn't. Because, again, it doesn't affect you.
You are so selfish sometimes. Do you even realize what you've done to me?
What I've done to you?
I spent months making sure my life would match yours, and now it turns out my husband isn't even right? Do you have any idea how much effort that took?
Jayla, listen to yourself. Do you hear how ridiculous you sound?
It's not ridiculous. Now I have to fix this.
Fix what?
I have to make my husband quit his job.
Excuse me?
If your husband isn't a banker anymore, then mine can't be one either. That's just common sense.
Jayla, you cannot be serious right now.
Oh, I'm dead serious. Don't worry, it's not as hard as you think. See, my husband has an older brother too, just like yours.
What does that have to do with anything?
It's perfect, don't you see? If your husband quit banking to work for his older brother's company, then mine can do the same thing. All I have to do is get my husband's brother to start a business, convince my husband to quit his banking job, and bam, our lives are back in sync again.
That is the most insane thing I have ever heard you say.
You're overreacting.
You're planning to manipulate your husband's entire career path just so we can have the same life. That's not overreacting. That's deeply unhinged.
It's practical.
No, it's terrifying.
Ugh, you are so difficult. I don't understand why you're making this such a big deal. I mean, I'm doing this for you, you know.
For me?
Yes, I'm fixing our lives so they stay perfectly matched, just like they should be.
Jayla, stop. Your husband is a person, not a collectible. You can't just swap out his job like you're replacing a phone case.
Well, obviously, I'm not just gonna do it. I'm gonna talk to him first.
Oh, great. I feel so much better.
You should. Anyway, I gotta go. My husband's home. I'll let you know how it goes.
Jayla, don't do this.
Too late. Bye. Brittany, I don't know what to do anymore. I've been divorced. My husband left me.
What? No way. Wait. Did you seriously tell him to quit his job as a banker?
Yeah, I did. I really told him that.
Oh my God. You really went and said it? That's crazy, Jayla.
I know. I mean, he got so angry, and he started yelling about how we were going to live if I forced him to quit. It was like I didn't even matter anymore. Guess I didn't really think it through. I was just so sure it would fix everything, but now everything is falling apart.
Well, yeah, that's a huge thing. Of course he'd be upset. You've been together for years, Jayla. You can't just expect him to give up on his career without some serious consequences.
I thought maybe if he didn't have the bank job, it would push him to do something different, you know? Like, follow his dreams or something. But all he cared about was how it would affect our finances. It felt like nothing I said mattered to him. All he could focus on was the money. And now I'm sitting here wondering how I got to this point.
I guess that you wanted to shake things up, but you can't expect someone to throw away their career just because you want a change. You were basically asking him to risk everything. That's a huge decision to make. You should have thought about the consequences.
I know. I thought maybe it would be worth it. I was willing to make sacrifices, but I guess I didn't think it through like you said. I just thought, well, maybe if we had a fresh start, things would be different. But now, I can't even fix things. I don't know what to do.
It's not easy to just fix everything in one go, Jayla. Sometimes things get broken in a way that you can't fix overnight. But you can't just expect things to magically fall into place.
I know. I feel like everything I touch is falling apart. And it's not just the divorce, it's everything. I've been fighting with my family, with my husband. I don't even know who I am anymore. I thought this was what I wanted. I thought I needed to push him to do something different, but maybe I was just running away from something.
What do you mean? Running away from what?
I don't know. I guess I've been running away from myself. I thought if I changed everything around me, maybe it would help me find who I really am. I thought I could make things perfect, but nothing is ever perfect, is it?
You're not going to find yourself by changing everything in your life, Jayla. You have to look inward. You have to figure out who you really are outside of your relationships and your job. Maybe it's not the outside world that needs to change. Maybe it's you.
But I don't know who I am anymore. I've spent so long trying to be what everyone else wanted me to be, trying to keep up with everything. Now I feel like I'm just floating around trying to catch up with myself. It's exhausting.
I get that, but you can't keep relying on other people to give you answers. You have to find your own path. It's hard and it's scary, but you're stronger than you think. You just need to take a step back and breathe.
I know, but sometimes it feels like everything is spinning out of control and I'm the only one who doesn't know what to do. I don't even know how I ended up here. One moment everything seemed fine and the next, my marriage is over. It feels like I've lost everything, Brittany. I thought I was doing the right thing, but now it just feels like I've messed it all up.
Listen, I'm not going to pretend I know exactly how you feel, but I know that you can't keep blaming yourself. You made mistakes, but you don't have to carry that weight forever. You can learn from them, but you have to let them go at some point.
I don't know how to let go. I don't know where to go from here. I feel like I don't even recognize myself anymore.
That's okay. You're allowed to feel lost. But don't let that make you feel like you're broken. You're not broken, Jayla. You're just figuring things out, and that's okay. You don't have to have all the answers right now.
But what if I never find my way again? What if I never feel like myself again?
You will. You just have to be patient with yourself. It's going to take time, and there will be moments when you feel like you're drowning, but you'll get through it. You've been through tough things before, Jayla. This isn't the end for you.
I hope you're right. I just don't know what to do with all this emptiness. I thought if I had everything, if I made the right decisions, things would just fall into place, but now everything is just scattered. I'm scared I'll never pull it back together.
You don't have to put everything together all at once. It's okay to take your time and figure things out slowly. You don't have to rush. You've got the rest of your life ahead of you. And you'll find your way again, Jayla. I promise.
But how do I do that? How do I move forward?
You start by forgiving yourself. You have to stop blaming yourself for everything that went wrong. It's not all your fault, Jayla. You did what you thought was best at the time, and now you just have to learn from it and grow.
But I don't even know where to begin. How do I forgive myself when it feels like I ruined everything?
It's not about forgetting. It's about accepting that you made a mistake, learning from it, and moving forward. You have to stop punishing yourself. You've done enough of that already.
I don't know if I can do it. It's just so hard.
I know it's hard, but you're not alone. You have people who care about you, people who want to see you happy. You just have to be willing to help yourself first.
I don't know. I feel like I've pushed everyone away. I don't want to be alone, but I keep pushing people away, and now I've pushed you away too.
You haven't pushed me away. You've pushed yourself away from me, but I'm still here, Jayla. I'm not going anywhere. I care about you, but you have to start caring about yourself, too.
I don't know if I can. I feel like I've lost everything that mattered to me.
You haven't lost everything. You still have a chance to rebuild. It's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be quick. But you can rebuild. You can start fresh. You just have to believe that you deserve it.
Do I deserve it? After everything I've done, do I really deserve a second chance?
Yes, Jayla, you deserve a second chance. You deserve to find happiness. But you have to give yourself that chance. You can't keep punishing yourself for your past mistakes.
I'll try. I'll try to be better. I'll try to find my way again.
You will. I believe in you.
Thank you. Thank you for not giving up on me, even when I felt like I had nothing left.
The only thing is, I'm not going to be a part of your future anymore, because you still do scare me some, and I don't want my family getting involved with you. So good luck to you, and consider this my last time responding to you.
Wait, what? I thought you were going to help me with my second chance. Brittany? Brittany!
After everything that happened, I knew I had to take control of the situation, especially when it came to how the story was going to be told. I reached out to our mutual friends to explain everything that had transpired and made it clear that I didn't want any more details to be leaked. It wasn't just about me anymore, there were other people involved, and I wanted to protect them from unnecessary gossip or judgment. It was hard enough to go through everything I had already, and I didn't need anyone spreading rumors or twisting the truth. I had to set boundaries, and that meant being open with my friends, but also making it clear where the line was drawn. A few days later, I learned that my ex-husband had come to my parents' house after hearing from Jayla about my situation. He must have been desperate for some answers, or maybe some form of closure. Apparently, Jayla had told him that I had given birth to a son, which was news to him, as he knew I had been pregnant with a girl. When he heard that I had a boy, he seemed to get fixated on the idea that it wasn't the same as what Jayla had gone through. I can't even begin to explain how I felt when I heard that. It was almost as if there was no room for any other outcome, as if everything had to be a match for Jayla's choices. His obsession with the idea that my child had to somehow mirror hers was both baffling and horrifying. It was like he was comparing two separate lives as if they should align perfectly, which, of course, was impossible. In the end, I was told that my ex-husband was granted custody of Jayla's child. It seemed like the culmination of so many broken promises and failed relationships. He had always been a man who struggled with commitment, and it seemed as though this was just another chapter in his ongoing attempt to escape responsibility. When I first heard the news, I was in shock. Part of me felt pity for him, as I couldn't imagine what it would have been like for him to deal with all of that. But another part of me felt relieved. He had always been the type to avoid facing the consequences of his actions, so seeing him in this new role didn't feel like justice. If anything, it felt like yet another attempt at denying the responsibility he should have been taking. It wasn't my problem anymore, but I couldn't help but feel a small, lingering sense of resentment for how he had handled everything. What disturbed me even more was that Jayla seemed to be fixated on the idea of having a match. It was clear she hadn't let go of her obsession with what my life looked like, and her constant need to compare everything, especially our children, only made the situation worse. It wasn't just about the children anymore, it was about her need to control everything, to make everything fall into a pattern that made sense in her mind. It was toxic, and I couldn't be part of it. I was so tired of the emotional manipulation, the games, and the constant need for everything to align perfectly, I couldn't and wouldn't let myself be dragged back into that web of dysfunction. While all of this was unfolding, my life was moving forward in ways I had never expected. After everything had settled, my husband and I made the decision to leave the country. While we were fortunate enough to have the opportunity to live abroad due to his work and the timing felt right, we left with our son, leaving behind all complexities of our past lives. At first, I wasn't sure how it would feel to be so far from everything I had known, but the more time passed, the more I realized that it was the best decision for us. The distance from everything and everyone gave us the space we needed to start fresh. The stress of dealing with Jayla, my ex-husband, and all the other complications had taken such a toll on me that I couldn't fathom staying in the same environment any longer. We needed to heal, and the best way to do that was to distance ourselves from the chaos. The transition wasn't easy, but it felt like the right thing to do. I didn't want to feel like I was still tethered to a past that no longer served me. We settled into our new life in the United States, and while there were some adjustments to make, it was a relief. I felt like I had taken control of my own future in a way I hadn't been able to before. The past was still a part of me, but it no longer defined me. I no longer felt the weight of everything that had happened weighing me down. I felt lighter. It wasn't just the physical distance that made a difference, but the emotional space I finally had to process everything. We didn't share our exact location with many people. Only a few close family members and friends were aware of where we were. It wasn't that I wanted to keep it a secret, but it felt necessary to maintain some privacy. After everything that had happened with Jayla and my ex-husband, I just wanted to protect my family. The last thing I needed was for anyone to track us down or dig into our lives. We needed to be free from that. And so we kept the specifics of where we were living to ourselves. Our new life was ours to build, and I didn't want anyone interfering with that. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.